Hi, my name is Jessica McVeigh and I am from Triang's Neighbourhood Management Team. I'm part of Good Relations Week. I am going to give you an insight on what it's like to come from a different cultural background with the black minority ethnic groups. We've interviewed people today to give you an insight on what it's like to grow up with different beliefs, backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, different ethnicities, and to just give the community more knowledge of what that may be.
I came to Derry when I was 3.
Really?
Yeah.
So you spent a lot of your teenage life growing up in Derry then?
Yeah, most of it, yeah. Well, I actually went back for 2 years and then I came back. I remember that time when I came back at the end of P4.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember when I came back, it was so weird. Yeah, because I still remember the first time I asked someone something and they were like, what's the crack? I never heard that term in my entire life.
Yeah.
So I just stood there perplexed looking at them. I was like, and they're like, so what's the crack? And I didn't even know how to speak English properly.
Really?
Yeah, I was trying to, you see you have playtime and all, so I was trying to explain a game, tip. But I didn't know you call it tip here.
Yeah.
So the communication was very hard, till this day I remember it.
Growing up in Derry was grand for me. We came here about 1979. My father would have been probably one of the first black men in Derry. I never really suffered any racism. When we came here, I started secondary school. Maybe around about 3rd year, you would have heard about the Ku Klux Klan and stuff like that, and maybe they were putting the M-word, maybe written on the toilets or something,
Yeah.
Brenda as a M-word.
Yeah.
But then when I left school, most of my friends were all, the group of friends I had, there was nothing about religion, there was nothing about the colour of your skin. I've always surrounded myself with people that have the same views as me or have no bias against anybody. I think about twice in my life I've been called a derogatory name. Twice I've went to the police about it, twice they've been issued a warning. But my personal experience, I can't say that Derry was ever racist.
How do you find life in Derry as a BAME teenager?
I think it's a bit of both. It's good and it's bad. The good part is that everyone is accepted, accepts you as you are. The bad part I would say is, see, when we have our festivals, we get the day off, in India, but over here I wouldn't get the day off.
Right.
So if I have something we have Diwali, which is basically Christmas for us, but I wouldn't get the day off. I would be still in school while all my cousins would be FaceTiming me. So yeah, that's the bad part, the culture, difference.
I was brought up predominantly with a white mother.
Yeah.
We didn't really learn about my daddy's culture. My dad is Jamaican, so my daddy went back to Jamaica, so about maybe 15 years ago. So being probably brought up more white, I started to ask questions and everything else. So I do know a wee bit about my culture, started studying, my ancestors.
Yeah.
So I got back to were actually slaves, and I don't know, I think we got back to, I found the christening of one of them. So we know that we were slaves.
Yeah.
Do you know that way?
My parents are very embedded in society. So all of us are. So we'd celebrate, as Diwali, as I said before, we celebrate Diwali and other cultural stuff. And I actually speak Hindi, my own native language, in the house. I don't speak English.
I'm 53 now. Maybe the past, I would say about maybe 10 years, I would start, saying I'm black, and getting involved and, that we know a thing coming up and getting on. And, saying I am black, answering questions, someone came on derogatory, I'm really offended by that, because a lot of people don't think I'm mixed, I'm not black or, they think I'm white and they go, oh, you are, and then some people can tell straight away.
Teenagers here really like to drink a lot once they're 18. So that's not really part of our culture. Well, India's very diverse. The culture that I come from, it's not part of. So that's one thing. And definitely the other thing would be St. Patrick's Day and all. I don't understand the hype for it.
In the past 10 years, I probably think I've identified with my culture more. Not extremely, I would make a Jamaican curry. My daddy taught me how to make a Jamaican curry, so I would make a Jamaican curry and
Get more
dumplings
involved in the cooking.
and get more involved with the cooking, maybe add the more spices that
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have ate before. And
Sometimes we celebrate Christmas. What else is there? Halloween. Yeah, we do Halloween. I remember if we stopped. It's been 2 years since I haven't went, but I didn't do trick or treating when I was young. So when I went to secondary school, I was telling my friends. So they're like, no, you definitely need to go. So we stopped actually in 3rd year, but I went trick or treating until 3rd year.
I love Derry. There's no point in me saying I love the people of Derry. I love the way you be on Facebook and somebody needs something, the whole community comes together, and you know, they don't get me wrong, there are sweet parts, but the good parts outweigh the bad for me.
Sometimes when you come to another country, you lose like your touch with your own culture. So I hope teenagers that come here or children that are growing up here like don't feel ashamed of being like another culture, or don't feel like, I don't know, is that like cool enough or something. But yes, that's one thing that I hope, and I also hope that, you know, it'll be more, how to describe it, more normal as in sense that, you know, the festivals you're celebrating and not seen as something different, just normal.